Carbide tips, diamond points, Vidia, tungsten carbide, wolfram carbide, titanium carbide. If this sounds all too confusing, let me try to explain in a simple way what carbides are and their use in stone carving. I've received many questions from you guys asking to elaborate on carbide, as it's a very important element in stone carving chisels. So I've made this video to clear out some confusion. Carbide is a general term that is used to refer to a wide range of hard metal alloys. These alloys are used to produce high-tech cutting tools that can withstand extremely high temperatures, like grinders, drills, bandsaws, milling machines, and stone carving chisels tips. Technically speaking, a carbide is a compound of carbon and metal. These fine particles are then embedded into a matrix of a binder metal, which is usually cobalt. Think of it like gravel in a matrix of cement, or like the tiny solid grains that are embedded into your toothpaste or scrub soap. The process of combining the carbide particles with a binder metal is referred to as sintering. During this process, the binder and the carbide grains are heated up to a specific temperature. Here, the binder metal reaches the liquid stage, while the carbide grains that have a much higher melting temperature remain at the solid stage. Carbide is very brittle, so the metal binder is necessary to make it more flexible, and it also raises its toughness and durability. The metals commonly used for the solid particles are tungsten, titanium, tantalum. So more correct denominations would be tungsten carbide, titanium carbide, or tantalum carbide. Each of these names refer to the hard metal particles that are present in the alloy. Another popular name that you might have heard of is Vidia, which is a combination of two German words, V, which means like, and Dia, which stands for diamond. So basically, Vidia means like diamond, and its hardness on the Mohs scale is between 9 to 9.5. The Mohs scale is a measuring system that classifies minerals according to their hardness, but more on that in another episode. The first cemented carbide was tungsten carbide, and it was developed in 1927. Tungsten is a hard metal, and its Swedish name stands for heavy stone. But nowadays, we have more modern versions such as tantalum carbide or titanium carbide, and they are much tougher than tungsten. As mentioned before, carbide is very brittle but also very expensive. It's susceptible to breaking and chipping. So to solve this problem, the carbide cutting tips are usually small and they are inserted into a larger piece made out of a different material, such as carbon steel, as in this case. Here's a close-up of a steel chisel where the inserted carbide tip is clearly visible. Think of it like the graphite core of a pencil inserted into its wooden hose, or like the little ball of a ballpoint pen. As a matter of fact, this is actually made out of carbide. Carbide is very resistant to heat, but it cannot take the stress of abrupt temperature changes. Now, this is very important to know for us carvers, because when sharpening carbide-tipped chisels, we must not cool them down by dipping them in water. If they get too hot, just lay them aside and let them cool down slowly by themselves. Bear in mind that the inhalation of carbide dust is very harmful to your lung, so when sharpening them on a bench grinder, try to wear a protection mask. So guys, I hope that this video has cleared up some confusion related to carbide, but if you still have any questions, comments, suggestions, or perhaps even requests for other videos, leave them here below and I'll be more than happy to check them out. As always, I'm Athar Jaber and I'll see you next time.